kindergartners, we're going to be making shapes today just like in the book Tangled. You have a couple different ways you can make shapes. You can trace them. I have little examples of ones you can trace. When you trace, you hold the shape down and you take your opposite hand and you go around. When I'm tracing, you're gonna see that my hands get tangled, so they have to switch places, and I lift up, and when I pull it off, I have a shape. Or you can make your own. Let's say I wanna make a heart. I know how to make a heart. I make a little candy cane, and then I make an opposite candy cane. Maybe I will make an oval, a triangle, a rectangle. It's a very skinny rectangle. I kind of ran out of space. And a circle. I think I can fit one more triangle over here, a really thin one. All right, now I have a paper that is full of shapes and I'm going to add paint. We're going to be using a kind of paint called liquid tempera paint, and we have used it before. When you get it, you dip in the color of your choice. I'm gonna make a red square here. When I'm trying to fill an area, for me it works best if I trace around the shape, so I traced inside, and now I'm gonna move my paintbrush back and forth, back and forth. When I'm painting, I'm remembering that my paintbrush is like a ballerina. Ballerinas dance on their tiptoes. Ballerinas never scoot on their bottoms. This would be the bottom of my paintbrush. So no booty scooting, tiptoes, just like a ballerina. Now I want to switch colors. I'm going into the water, making lines on my sponge. I'm never stabbing the sponge. And then I'm going to trace around my next shape, my heart here. Tiptoes with the paintbrush. Never, ever booty scooting, because nobody wants to go to the booty scooting ballet. If I want to stick with the same color, I can go back in. I'll time lapse you while I paint the rest of my shapes. Now my shapes are filled in and I'm going to paint the background. The background is what is around my shapes. When I say background, I don't mean the back of the paper actually. The background is the space behind the subject. The subject of this painting is shapes. So the shapes are the subject and everything around the shapes is the background. When I'm painting the background, I like to trace around the shape first. So I'm filling in what's called the negative space. I can change colors when I want. I just need to be sure that I rinse and then go on to the sponge to dry that brush off a little bit. And I'm gonna keep working like that until my background, the space around my shapes, is full. My background's done and my paint's dry. I'm gonna give my shapes little characters, just like in the book Tangled. This is going to be a happy, helpful square. So he's got a big smiley face, and I think I'm gonna give him helping hands. So I'm doing a hand there, a hand here, and maybe he's walking over to help his friends. Then I'm gonna move on to my next shape and I'm going to give it kind of like a personality. This is my heart and she is winking at you. And she has hands and feet. Maybe this one is just a striped circle. They don't all need to have faces, but it's kind of fun if they do. All right, here is my triangle. I think my triangle's gonna be mad. Maybe he's the one that got stuck on the jungle gym and his face is like, ugh. And his arms are up in the air like, can somebody please help me here? All right, and here is my calm rectangle. She has her hands up like that, like Om. And maybe her feet are crisscrossed, like she's just chillaxing. So you're gonna work like that until your different shapes have different personalities. Maybe some of your small shapes are just polka dotted or striped shapes, but when you're done, you're gonna have a super cute bunch of shapes that are ready to lend a helping hand.